I am a fully grown male, which you would find out on entering my bedchamber. Oof, can you feel the slime through the radio waves? I need a shower.
Context is key. That line, while admittedly unsubtle, occurs during a moment of, well, attempted intimidation between the Shadow Prince and...
Intimidation. That sounds like something a guy wearing too much Axe body spray whispers outside a Taco Bell at 2 a.m. That's not Fae Prince, that's just sad.
Welcome back to Heartbook Radio, the only book show that requires a stiff drink beforehand. And
today we're diving headfirst into, Ravens of the Mist Court, Brides of Fae Shadows, something with Vikings, by Eliza Raine. Apparently, the title is as confused as the main character.
It's Brides of Mist and Fae, though some early listings apparently used Court of Ravens and Ruin. Regardless, the central premise involves a human woman, Reyna, thrust into the perilous world of the Fae courts after being captured by the Shadow Prince. Mazareth? Think beauty and the beast meets. Well, sexy Fae Vikings, apparently.
Sexy Fae Vikings. See? That's what I'm talking about, except the only thing people seem to agree on is that the main character, Reyna, has the survival instincts of a lemming tap dancing through a minefield.
That's a colourful assessment. Reader reaction has been notably polarised regarding Reyna. Some see her defiance as strength, a refusal to bow to her captors.
Defiance? People online want to strangle her. We got emails. Okay, fine, I looked at online reviews, pretending they were emails. One listener, let's call her for fed up, said, quote, 40% in and I wanted to physically strangle her. She gives off the energy of a petulant child, petulant.
While resorting to hypothetical violence is unproductive. The critique often centres on perceived inconsistencies. Reyna is presented as having survived harsh conditions through cunning, yet frequently makes choices that seem counterintuitive to self-preservation once captured.
Counterintuitive. She argues about drinking water. She ignores direct warnings. People in the book call her stupid. It's like watching my cousin Brenda try to assemble IKEA furniture after 3 Chardonnays, pure chaos and self-sabotage. Brenda, if you're listening, I love you, but read the instructions.
Perhaps it's an exploration of trauma response, or a deliberate subversion of the compliant heroine trope. Her stubbornness could be seen as
annoying, deeply, profoundly annoying, like that neighbour who corrects your recycling bin placement. And don't get me started on the prince, Mazareth, Mr. Tall, dark and broody, more like tall dark, and needs a personality. He kidnaps her, barely talks, is apparently rude, and expects us to swoon. Honey, I've had better conversations with chatbots.
He embodies the alpha whole, archetype, a figure of dangerous allure common in the genre. His mystique is intentional, designed to intrigue.
Intrigue or bore. The only character people seem to universally like is Vora, the talking owl, an owl. When the sarcastic bird is the most compelling character, maybe your sexy Fae Viking prince needs a workshop.
The animal familiar often serves as an audience surrogate or a source of levity. Vora's popularity isn't necessarily an indictment of Mazareth's character depth, but rather
it's an indictment of Reyna. Everyone loves the owl because he's the only one talking sense. Okay, so, the big question. Is this book, Brides of Whatever, actually any good? Or is it just 200 pages of a woman arguing with everyone while having distractingly shiny hair?
Ah yes, the hair. One reviewer meticulously counted 57 mentions of Reyna's shining, copper hair. 57. While perhaps excessive, recurring motifs can serve to reinforce.
57 times? That's not a motif. That's a cry for help from the author's thesaurus. Someone get that woman a color wheel. And the editing. People complained about typos, grammar. Did anyone actually read this before publishing?
Editorial standards in rapidly published genres can sometimes be variable. It's a recurring issue, but does it detract from the core narrative thrust? The tension, the world building, which some reviewers praised.
What tension? The tension of waiting for Reyna to do the next idiotic thing. Someone posted drinking game rules, take a shot every time Reyna wonders why me. Someone snarls, or someone calls Reyna stupid. They warned it causes alcohol poisoning. That's not tension, that's a public health hazard.
Hyperbole aside, the pacing is described by many as fast, even breakneck. It ends on a cliffhanger, suggesting a deliberate serialization strategy.
Fast-paced because nothing makes sense. It's like a fever dream written by someone who thinks arguing is a personality trait. We got an mail from Mazesmid saying if Reyna were a sandwich, she'd be stale bread arguing with expired mayonnaise. I mean, accurate.
That's evocative. Look, the book clearly taps into popular tropes, enemies to lovers, forced proximity, the mysterious fae realm. It delivers what the genre promises, albeit with a protagonist who challenges reader patience. It's not high literature, much like your insistence that Twilight's prose was merely accessible, rather than...
Oh, here we go. Don't you dare compare this TSTL train wreck to Bella Swan. At least Bella occasionally listened. Reyna would argue with gravity if she could.
My point is, judging it against the wrong criteria is futile. It aims for escapism, not nuance.
Fine, rating time, I give Brides of Mist and Fae. 4 out of 5 times I yelled, just drink the water, you absolute donut, at my Kindle.
And I rate it 6 out of 10 unresolved plot threads. A fascinating, if frustrating, case study in character reception and the enduring appeal of sepsi fae. Vikings, however underdeveloped.
Next week, folks, we're tackling My Roommate is a Sentient Mold Spore and He Stole My Heart Eye, and My Left Sock Sounds Damp.
Indeed. Until then, keep your arguments slightly more logical than Reyna's. This has been Heart Book Radio.